Okay, in this video for the S9 Autoset, I want to show you a couple of important things. Obviously this is the start and stop machine. You can turn on and off the machine this way. It also has an auto start, auto on and off. Okay, now the therapist has to set it up. The home medical equipment company where you get it on, if you need to decide up front if you want it or not. Okay, because then you can turn it on. So then you can have that feature. In the Respironics, you, the end user, can decide when you want an auto on and off feature. This one, you have to get it programmed for you first. Okay, otherwise you have no access to it. Now, the other thing is the auto on comes on very quickly. The auto off, and what I mean by the auto off is, when you put the mask on, and let's say when I'm done using it, I just take the mask off my face and just leave it on the bed. This machine will shut off by itself. Okay, so it's great for me who's lazy, but it's a nice feature. I like it. All right. But just to keep this in mind, there are some nasal masks that will not trigger the auto on feature on this. Some nasal pillows, okay, that I have come across and patients have complained. And in fact, in the manual they'll tell you a good number of that full face mask. If you use a full face mask with this, it will not trigger the auto on feature. All right, so if you know you're going to be using a full face mask, then it makes no sense for you trying to get the auto on off feature turned on. All right, now that I've beaten that point to death, I want to go to a couple of other things. This has automatic altitude. But you see the lights just dimmed. Okay, that's just so that it doesn't wake you up at night. There's no bright light to wake you up. All right. The automatic altitude setting on this is from at 0 to 8,500 feet above sea level. Okay, so you can do that. The minimum pressure that can be programmed on this is 4, and the maximum is 20. Okay, so it's 4 and 20 is the maximum on that. Now, the ramp time. Now, I want to show you something. Let me turn this thing. And once again, all these things are in your control. Okay. If you bring this down, let me go back. This is the home screen. That's your humidifier setting, how you can change the heat setting. And this is your ramped setting. I've put mine to off. But this is what you can do. If you bring it to the ramp, turn it on, you can adjust for 10 off, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can go all. It's capped out. I programmed it for the maximum of 20 minutes for me when I first started using this. Okay, and I believe it goes up to the max of 40 minutes. I believe. Now, the difference here between this Resmed unit and the Respironics is, see here, you can change the time. In the Respironics Auto, the Remstar Auto, you cannot play with the time, but what you can play is and change around, you as the end user, is your CPAP ramp pressure. That means what is the ramp means, for example, if you're on straightforward CPAP, let's say you're at 10 and it feels like a hurricane blowing up your nose, if you press the ramp feature, it comes on at 4, and then if you set for 15 minutes, it'll start off for the next 15 minutes, it'll just climb up gradually, okay, and up to 10, and then it won't go any higher. In the Respironics, you can change the what that set pressure is. For some people, 4 is too low. They can start it at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to whatever they need to. It'll match up to their therapeutic pressure. All right. So in here, once again, you can play with the time, which is important. And here's the reason why I'm telling you this thing. Over time, okay, once you get used to your CPAP pressure, a good number of you will not require the ramp. This is important, especially in the Resmed unit. Here's the reason why. When you turn the machine on, I'm turning the machine on, it starts at the ramp pressure. Then it works its way up to the pressure the doctor wants you to use it at. in the other machines, all the other brands, it starts at the higher pressure where the doctor wants you to be, and then you press a second button to drop the pressure down. Okay? This one, once again, starts at the ramp pressure, right? It's at 6, and then works its way up accordingly. All right? Yeah. All right, let me just shut this off real quick. Now, the other thing that I want to show you here is under setup. Okay, you get to choose the slimline tubing, standard tubing, the real thick tubing that you can get them. Those are the cheaper tubings that you can always use. And as soon as you attach your climate line tubing, remember I was showing you this tubing back here. You don't have to do anything. It'll register itself as climate line tubing. Okay, come here. Full face mask. This is very important. If you change your mask around, you have to come to mask and change to nasal. If you use a nasal mask or that's just a brand. Or nasal pillows. Let me put it back to full face because that's what I've been using lately. Okay, because that will affect the quality of data on back here. Okay, that will affect the quality of the data back there. Mask fit. This is a very good feature. If you can check for leaks, just bring it to mask fit, hold it down, it'll do a mask fit check. Okay, and it's showing me, see, I've failed it because I have no tubing attached to it and no mask attached to it. And what it is for the next 3 minutes it's gonna blow at a therapeutic pressure, at a certain pressure, and try to see if there's a good seal. So this is a good thing. It's a very good thing to have. All right. So let me go back. Now, if you compare this to the Respironics, this takes a little bit longer to learn, just to remember all these features here. Okay, it really does take a little bit longer to learn. Now, I want to show you. Oh no, I'm sorry, I went there already. This is the part. Let me show this to you in the next video. Actually, let me pause here for now.